Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is a paid request for Vonte. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos or topics, reactions, commentaries, re-reviews, tier lists, whatever it may be, feel free to send it. Either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. This is for Rock and Roll High School from 1979, which I had heard of the film, had never got around to seeing it until now. I know there's kind of a sequel with Corey Feldman, but sounded lame. This is a Roger Corman production. You have a lot of the alumni. For example, you got Paul Bartel and you got Mary Warnoff and other actors that worked with a lot of Roger Corman productions. Dick Miller. There's even a special thanks for Joe Dante at the end credits. And nowadays, people may watch this film and understandably so call it silly and goofy. There's a lot of silly, what the hell moments in this. It's definitely a film that you're not supposed to take seriously at all. But it had a lot of exuberance and energy, much like the lead character played by PJ Souls. And that energy carried the film through its running time. I think it also depends on how you feel about the music. And I like a lot of the music quite a bit, so if you don't like the soundtrack, you're probably not going to care about the movie. If you you have the Ramones, they're a big part of it. They're essential to the plot. They're in the film. You hear a bit of their concert in the third act. And this has a great soundtrack. You got Paul McCartney. You got, I think, Devo. I Wanna Be Sedated. You got that song in there. I wanna be sedated. You got other songs. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go. You also have later on the song School's Out for Summer. Earlier in the film, you got Smoking in the Boys' Room. Smoking in the Boys' Room. Smoking ain't allowed in school. Like I say, really cool soundtrack. Depends how you feel about that. The plot is pretty simple. There's a school that's the Vince Lombardi High School, but the kids call it Rock and Roll High School. PJ Souls is always trying to get people to rock and roll, and pretty much taking her character from Halloween, the 1978 Halloween, and turn it up to 11. Which is fine because I like PJ Souls. I liked her in Stripes, where she became Bill Murray's girlfriend in the movie. Like I said, I liked her in Halloween. She's fun in this. I like the movie. Her exuberance, her energy really carried me throughout the film. You also have Clint Howard in the movie, Ron Howard's brother. And pretty much, she's getting the kids excited for rock and roll. She gets a friend of hers to get her tape recorder into the PA system and playing this rock music. The new principal is Mary Warnoff. Mary Warnoff was in a lot of stuff. She was in Night of the Comet. She had a cameo with Paul Bartel in Chopping Mall. They both starred in a film called Eating Raoul. She's the new principal. She's very strict. Wants to punish anyone who's into rock and roll. She has these two hall monitors, very Stevie hall monitors. Paul Bartel's in it as another teacher, where you find out he's rooting for the kids and he enjoys rock and roll as well. And like I say, it's a very cartoony movie at times. For example, you have this other guy, I forget the actor's name, but he was one of the actors in Hell Night with Linda Blair. Vincent Van Patten or Vince, I can't remember his name. Vincent something. Anyway, he wants to get a date. So in the boys' room, the bathroom, that's where you get that song "Smoking in the Boys' Room." There's a big line, and there's even someone taking tickets in the bathroom, and there's alarms blaring. Okay, you can see him in. This is emergency. I have problems with women. oh, we got an emergency, emergency. And so he goes see Clint Howard, who's got all this stuff around in his office in the bathroom. And he's got, this new principal, fake IDs are down, blah, 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 are down. Fake hall passes, it's off the charts. And Clint Howard's trying to get him a date. At first with PJ Souls, but then with PJ Souls' dirty friend. Which I forget that actress's name, but she didn't do a bad job either. And like I said, the cartoony fun, that could be a fine line where people could find very irritating. I guess to me, they don't really do films like this anymore. So in a way, it's kind of refreshing to go back and watch films like this. Just like even in the 2000s, they would do films like this, like Dude, Where's My Car, and even like some of the Harold and Kumar movies where it's a comedy, but there's a lot of fantastical stuff in it, kooky, weird, quirky stuff. Other than those bullshit seltzer burger, seltzer bottle, date movie, epic movie, those parody movies, which is cancerous to your health. Never watch those. But like one of the whole models supposed to get a message, and he throws a paper airplane, and this is actually decently filmed where the paper airplane goes through the window and goes all the way through the hallways, even goes in one locker, comes out of another locker, goes in and out of windows, and they follow through. I'm like, that's actually pretty well staged for such a low budget film, especially when this director, Allan Arkush, he would go on to direct Heartbeeps, the Andy Kaufman movie where he's a robot and that falls in love with another robot, and Caddyshack 2. Safe to say for me, this is, I think, the best film the guy's directed. Hell, lot better than Caddyshack 2. There's another bit where the principal is trying to tell other teachers how awful rock and roll is, and she has this test mice, and when she plays the music up, they explode. The mice explode. And so you have, at one point, a guy in a mouse suit at the concert. Like, you can't get in here, man. Oh, you got headphones? Okay, come on in. And so it's a person in like a mouse suit. Nowadays, I guess you call it a fursuit. Rocking with headphones on. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? But that's the kind of movie it is. And not all the humor works. I mean, that one was a bit kind of what the fuck? But it was kind of, I some of the more annoying, like there's a bit where PJ Souls, she tried to get into a concert for the Ramones, wants to show them her songs that she wrote down for them. And in the line, there's a guy in a Native American outfit. I think literally do the, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hello, blah, blah. And she turns, and the guy literally goes, scalper. I didn't know if I wanted to laugh or not. I mean, I will admit I'd never seen that joke before. Scalper, like it's a ticket scalper, but Indian scalping your. Oh my god! I mean, I didn't know if I wanted to laugh or cry, or both. I mean, I guess in a way it's witty, but definitely on PC. But at the same time, it's like, oh, fucking hell. But there's other lines that are kind of funny. There's a freshman. It's like, don't put me in a locker. I'm allergic to violence. I break out in blood. I thought that was a funny line. There's a bit where Clint Howard is teaching the jock captain of the football team and PJ Soul's friend about how to go on a date, how to neck with each other. So takes them out in their car, and he's like showing. He has like a fake backdrop, the showcase night, and what you should do with a blow up. He uses a blow up doll as a test to show them what you should do, how to take off her bra, all this stuff. And it was nice to see Clint Howard in this time, because I like Clint Howard. He seems like a nice guy, fun character actor. He can be in various movies: Tits, Ice Cream Man, bit roles in Ron Howard films like Apollo 13. I know MTV did that Lifetime Achievement Award. I mean, it was cool to have Clint Howard win, but at the same time, it was a joke award, so I kind of wonder in retrospect, that just seems like, I don't know, hey, we know you're a joke, let's put it up for everyone. And I'm like, I don't know, that seemed a bit... Obviously, Clint Howard didn't take it harsh. He had fun with it. But I don't know, in retrospect, I wonder if that just... I don't know, maybe I'm taking it more serious than he is. Maybe they explained to him that it is in a form of love and such, but... I know he was also in this horror film, he was the lead, Evil Speak, where he's picked on and uses the dark arts to summon up this magic to get revenge on the bullies picking on him. Evil Speak. Which yeah, I would say he's a better version of that 976 Evil movie years later with Stephen Jeffries. But yeah, I mean, she gets in with the Ramones. Someone tries to steal her song. She tries to get it back. A good chunk of the third act is hearing the Ramones play their songs, which is fine because I liked the songs they were playing. Ultimately, they get back. The principal wants to burn all the rectors. PJ Souls gets all the kids to riot, and they take over the school. And like I said, there's some fun pieces of direction, like the whole band, including the drum set, they're gliding down the hallway as they're saying, "Da bra, rock and roll high school, do 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 do, rah rah, rock and roll high school." Like I said, it had a fun energy to it. I keep repeating that because that is really what I got out of this at the end of the day. It was irreverent. It wasn't to be taken seriously. There was no weird tonal shifts. I didn't like the acting worked for the kind of movie they were showcasing. The music was great to listen to. The Ramones acting. I said the acting. That acting was. I'll take exception to that. Jesus. Let me put it this way: if they talked anymore, they'd be fined for assault with a deadly weapon of their acting on people's ears. Great singers, not good actors. Just, oh shit. Thankfully, they didn't give them a whole lot to say. Just a few bits they did say. I don't know if they were on drugs. I don't know if they were just on something else, or just. I mean, they're not actors, but I'm just. There's a lot of singers or rappers turn actors, like Tupac Shakur, even Ice Cube, Ice-T. Fuck, even Vanilla Ice might have been better than the Ramones in terms of dialogue delivery, but singers, good stuff, good shit. And I said, overall, if you want to see a fun, over-the-top movie with a catchy soundtrack, and like I said, PG Souls, this might have been the only film she got to star in, which is, if she did another one, I don't remember what she starred in, but, and sadly her career kind of petered out. You didn't really see her in a whole lot of films throughout the 80s. I'm trying to think. If so, nothing substantial I can think of. And which I mean is a shame because it's not like she's a Sandra Bullock or a Demi Moore or you know A+ actress, but again, her attitude and her she was a beautiful lady and she really got into the part and she had a likable quality to her. So I did think she was very cute, very nice, very easy to root for, very easy to watch. And like I said, there's some definite creativity involved. So like I said, other than a couple lines of dialogue don't work the best. The romance between the football captain and PJ Soul's friend, I don't want to say it gets abandoned, but there are times I almost forget about it, especially in the third act. You're like, oh yeah, that was a thing in the movie. I see Clint Howard in there. I wish he had a bit more to do in the third act. He was a bit more essential in the plot. I mean, I actually would have liked if PJ Souls and Clint Howard became an item. I mean, I think that would have been very interesting. I think that would have been a nice change of pace. I think that would have been pretty cool. But other than that, yeah, fun movie, fun film. So easy to watch, fast pace. Like I said, not maybe not everybody would go along with the quirky, cartoony comedy of it all. Maybe they go, "What the fuck is this?" But those are the type of films I did remember growing up with. Not this film specifically, but those type of films. So maybe I'm just more used to it than other people. Even some more crazy shit like the Mouse Man. And I think they show his wife later, Mouse Lady, and thankfully no boobs like Howard the Duck. But that what the fuck? I'm still don't what the fuck. But is there a good or a bad version? I don't know. I still haven't decided. With that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.